So body art, such as tattoos and piercings, they've been a trend for ages, but how far is too far? Well, here's an email that we received. Dear doctors, my daughter wants to get an extreme tattoo across her chest. But how do I tell her she'll hate it in 30 years? Signed, Nervous in Nebraska. Obviously, this is a common concern for so many parents out there because, quite frankly, tattoos have become very common. But we actually found one mom who has gone to her own extreme lengths when it comes to body art. And that does lead us to the question, how far is too far? So this is actually about a woman who calls herself the Vampire Woman, and her name is Marie Jose. And you're going to see a very startling transformation here. So she speaks out against domestic violence. She works with the government. She wants to emulate ancient Mexican warriors. She has 6 horns in her head, 6 in her arms, and 3 on her neckline. And she is doing this to make a statement. And she speaks out against very valid things. But how far is too far? Is there a point at which it becomes dangerous?
Well, that's for
scary.
sure. You're putting anything on the face, neck, on the scalp, potentially. If it gets infected, you can get in serious, serious trouble.
You know, my daughter's, she's 18 now, she's been talking about a tattoo, and I said, you know, hey, I'll support you. Just keep in mind what it's going to look like in 30 years.
One of the ways to potentially approach it is, let's say they're 14. Most tattoo artists aren't going to give a tattoo to a 14-year-old. So you simply say, look, when you're 18, if you still want that tattoo, we'll talk about it then. I'll even go with you. It's a tough situation, but 14, 15, they are going to regret it. There are very few instances where someone gets a tattoo at that age and says, oh man, that was the best decision of my life. But teenagers don't have the ability to look ahead like that or think about infection, hepatitis. HIV is another possibility if you don't use sterile techniques.